Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Harakak. I would like to give a double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth, and I would like to say a sincere shalom to the hopeful elect, that men that are prophesying and laboring in this truth and in this doctrine throughout the four winds of the world. To you, I say shalom. All right, the title of this lesson is No One In or Out, London on Lockdown. Okay, and with this they got a new strand of the Crown Royal 19. Okay, and I guess it's supposed to be stronger. It's supposed to be more contagious, and they're reporting that it came from London. All right, and a lot of I think the Netherlands, Canada, and other countries are restricting travel to and from London right now. Okay, so and London is locked down, so they're saying Londoners risk being arrested if they try to flee Tier 4 lockdown. So this Tier 4 lockdown, hey, no one could come in and out of this out of the country, pretty much. Okay, and it's only a matter of time for this spreads. It's going to spread. All right, they're trying to contain it before it does spread, but it's already spread, because I was reading something where I think I want to say someone in the Netherlands might have guided or whatever, but it's supposed to be stronger. It's supposed to be able to spread faster. Okay, so but hey, this is prophecy. All right, this is a form of martial law where they're shutting down this whole complete country where no one's able to come in or out. Okay, and we're living in those times where hey, people have never gone through this, so they're not going to know how to react. So their natural instinct is to rebel and take matters into their own hand, rebel against their government. Okay, they're not going to regard their kings or princes, like the scripture says, and I'm gonna get that. But let me read this article real quick. It ain't that long. I'm gonna pull some precepts, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect. It says Londoners could risk being arrested for trying to escape the city, as travel is in and out of Tier 4 is outlawed from today. The strict new travel rule comes in place after midnight, as the capital and the southeast England are plunged into a new harshest restrictions. Boris Johnson said people should not enter or leave Tier 4 areas, and residents must not stay overnight away from home. Tier 4 rules also mirror the national lockdown in November, with people being told to stay in their house except if they have to make an essential journey, the PM said. The legislation setting out what exact regulations Tier 4 will involve has not yet been published and has not been agreed by Parliament. But if the law bans people going in and out of the areas, rule breakers may be treated in the same way as others who have fallen foul on C-19 regulations. Police have been given power to fine people caught breaking the rules, and if someone continues to ignore the instructions, officers can arrest them if they think that it is proportionate and necessary. Let me see. Hundreds of people have already been arrested under the legislation since the pandemic began, mostly for attending protests or parties which broke laws that prohibit mass gatherings. All right, so let me see. It shows London is Tier 4. These are the areas or whatever. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4, and Tier 4 being the most restrictions. All right. Hey, but pretty much it shows you that you're not able to go in and out. Okay, and I ain't gonna read the whole article. Let me see a little bit more right here. People living, but you get you can really get the idea from the title. Okay, you'll be arrested if you leave. All right, or if you try to enter. All right, so and this is just a one small example of a lockdown. All right, when they're false flag attempts and so-called terrorist threats, they're really going to lock this place down. All right, and these things are happening over there in Europe. All right, and mainly in England in this instance. Okay, but in United Kingdom. Okay, but in this instance, but eventually these draconian laws, these drastic measures are going to be brought here to America. All right, in other parts of the world where shit's going to be on lockdown, where you're not going to be able to enter into these a city or leave a city. You're going to be literally on lockdown in your house. All right, and those that break those laws is going to be more than likely shot. All right, when things get really bad, because shit ain't really bad yet. Okay, yeah, they got stuff on lockdown, but people can still kind of maneuver in and out the city. When these things are locked down, when you got tanks on the corners, when you have the military, it ain't no police anymore. It's just the military in your streets and in your cities. That's when you're gonna know shit has got bad. All right, but as the scriptures say, those are the beginning of sorrows. All right, so let me grab this real quick. This scripture has been brought out like damn near every lesson because we're living in those times where, hey, the devil's coming down with that great wrath. All right, this is Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. And this devil's coming down with a great wrath. And this part of them putting these draconian laws, these legislations into place. They're passing these laws. It's only a time. A lot of these laws have been passed already. Okay, it's just a matter of time for they enforce them. Okay, and that's part of those unrighteous decrees that Esau is gonna come with. Like they do a lot of what are they called? Executive orders are pushed through. All right, a lot of shit got pushed through when Obama was president. All right, and it's only a matter of time for them to just say, hey, all right, this was an executive order put through 2016, 2017, or 2000, whenever. All right, and it was written, it was signed off, and Congress, approved it, and we're going to push it through. We're going to enforce it. Okay, they got all kind of laws and executive orders that take all your rights away, where you don't have any rights. Okay, this is Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees, that in that right grievous, which they have prescribed. And these are unrighteous decrees that you're eventually going to be forced to live by. All right, where you're going to have no say. All right, you don't have any rights as it is. All right, Esau gives you that illusion of the Constitution, and everyone has rights. All your rights have been taken away, and the people that still believe in that Constitution, they're going to fight tooth and nail to keep America and fight for the Constitution, keep America alive, and everything that what they think America stands for. All right. Let me grab this in the book of Second Ezra, chapter 15, and I'll start at verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hand. Those are those race riots. Those are those class riots. All right. Those are those Democrats versus the Republicans, the right versus the left. All right. Everyone's gonna be at everyone's neck pretty soon. All right. And they say they're gonna fight with swords in their hand. The modern day sword is the gun. Okay. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So they're not going to regard the curfews. They're not going to regard the lockdowns. They're not going to regard any laws. All right, that the kings, your presidents, your governors, your mayors push through. Verse 17, a man shall desire, this is the point, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right, these cities are going to be locked down. All right, this going to be, if you're able to go into a city, it's going to be one way in and one way out. All right, and that's prophecy. All right, and these prophecies are going to come to pass. All right, and they're coming to pass. They're just not coming to a pass at a national level yet. All right, where whole countries are going to be locked down, no way in, no way out. All right. For because of their pride, cities shall be troubled, and houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, and these cities are going to be troubled. That's why they're going to bring in the military. They're going to bring in the military to enforce this or administer, distribute this vaccine. Okay, that's what all that Operation Warp Speed is about. Okay, and these cities are going to be troubled. It's going to be more rioting. All right, looting. All right, when there's a shortage of food. All right, it's going to get crazy out here in these streets, and stuff like this, lockdowns, where there's no one in, no one out, and people could be arrested. All right, this is just the beginning. Okay, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the elect, and I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Harakak double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.